breaking news after the U.S. warned all day of a full-scale Russian invasion of Ukraine, that it was imminent. Vladimir Putin has just addressed the Russian people.
The Russian President Vladimir Putin has launched a major military operation against Ukraine.
Of course, as war unfolds in Ukraine this morning, explosions and sirens heard in and around Kyiv overnight.
My name is Mr. Caravano.
Shannon Sobia.
James Becker.
I teach world history, 9th grade primarily.
I'm a history teacher at Pinelands, and I teach U.S. history and advanced placement European history.
Surveys of law, sociology, and world studies. First off, Ukraine is not small by any stretch of the imagination. When the USSR fell, and I said this earlier, Ukraine overnight became the largest nation in Europe. All right. It's not that do they have the stuff to fight them? And it's been witnessed that they do. All right. And again, too, when you're backed by a lot of the Western countries, it's going to be tough for Russia just to run over the Ukrainians. Like everybody thought that was going to happen, I guess, in Russia, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to, the West won't let that occur.
That's a great question. So as long as the billions of dollars of humanitarian aid and military equipment keeps pouring in from European nations as well as the United States, I think Ukraine definitely has a chance. Most experts at first thought that Russia would pour in from the three sides, take over Ukraine, and quickly destroy the nation and essentially set up a puppet government. The Ukrainian people have proved to be much more resilient. I mean, there's famous stories of grandmothers out in the streets basically threatening Russian soldiers who are walking through their town. It's pretty impressive. So Ukraine by themselves, in terms of their economy and their ability to produce military equipment, I think they would struggle by themselves, but as long as the aid continues to pour in, as long as the equipment continues to pour in, I think they have a great shot of weakening Russia. I mean, they've done significantly better than I think most experts would have thought at this point.
I would not have if we weren't almost a year into the conflict. What are we at 10 months into the conflict? Most people believed that Russia would have been in and out and had taken over. The spirit of the Ukrainian people is amazing. Their willingness to do whatever is necessary to fight for their country is to be admired. It reminds me of the United States during the American Revolution, that that spirit of what you believed in is so strong that you have people that are professionals, they are professional athletes that are choosing to go and fight in their country rather than make millions of dollars in the United States. And I feel like that gives Ukraine an advantage that most people would not have expected. So I feel like they might have a good chance.